Each week on Finding the Good Life, we'll chat with experts that will empower you to lead a healthier life. You'll hear from people with life-changing stories that will inspire you, and we'll take a closer look at what's happening in health and wellness now, so we can make better choices for ourselves and for our families. Journey with me to Finding the Good Life.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Join us on Toyota's Race Week as we take you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR each weekend.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Happy Friday, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to today's edition of Good Morning Vail. It is Friday the 13th, which, comes with its superstitions of its own, but, I heard it's National Prosecco Day, and I've got Kevin Shields joining me on the couch to co-host with me all morning. Good morning, Kevin.
Well, good morning, Maddie. It is exciting. It's a great Friday, Friday the 13th, National Prosecco Day.
I know.
What do you need to say? Mimosas?
Mimosas.
Cheers?
Cheers. Maybe just some celebrations. There's a lot of things to celebrate today.
I think there's a lot of things to celebrate. It's going to be a busy weekend here in the Vail Valley.
It's such a busy weekend here in the Vail Valley. And starting today, the Salvation Army kicks off Empty Bowls at noon at Battle Mountain High School, which they're going to be coming on the show to give us some great information about that. Empty Bowls is such a cool fundraiser.
Well, it's neat that we do so many events here in the Valley that are charity related, and this one is, I think, one of the best.
Yeah. And this is their 12th year doing it, so it's very impressive. And it's also so impressive, which we'll talk about again, like I said, in a little bit, when the Salvation Army comes on to give us all this great information, but that the restaurants right now are so short-staffed, and yet they're all coming together to make this happen still.
It is. It's amazing here in the Valley. That's our community. Mm-hmm. Everybody coming together to make sure that things happen. And just another true testament to the people that live here in the Valley.
I know, the locals here, they're so amazing.
We love you.
Yeah, we do. We seriously do. We love to be one of you, too. It's the best.
It is.
It's the best. And then there's so many other great activities happening. Kevin, you've got a bunch of plans this weekend. We were talking about it off camera.
There's some wine events going on over in Vail. So we got the grand tasting today. I think there's one tomorrow, which is going to be, it's always a great event. Mm-hmm. And some cars and coffee events going on in Gypsum this weekend. That's going to be a good time. And Friday Afternoon Club coming up later on today.
Yep. Friday Afternoon Club at the Maya. It's one of my favorites, only because that venue that they have is so beautiful. Up looking towards Beaver Creek Mountain. It's gorgeous. There's always great live music. Mm-hmm. They always bring in some of the best performers around the valley. And speaking of great live music, tomorrow night in Beaver Creek, Symphony.
One of my favorites.
Yes.
I love it. They're always up at all the big events in Beaver Creek, and this is an opportunity just to go up, kick back, and listen to the wonderful talent of what that group performs.
It's a 4-person girl band, and what they do is they take classical music and modern music and they mix them together to make an absolute just fun atmosphere.
It's like symphonic rock.
Yeah.
So
it's great.
Awesome.
And they'll mix, Sarah Narardi was here earlier this week from Beaver Creek Resort Company giving us all this great information because it's Zoo Salmon. That's why Symphony is here, which is one of their signature events. So, they'll mix Bach with Bruno Mars. They'll do Mozart and Katy Perry. It is so fun.
Yeah, we'll see you up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll be up there dancing 100%. And also on Saturday morning, you can go to the Minturn Farmers Market. That way, if you're looking for any fresh produce and maybe you can't make it to the Sunday Farmers Market in Vail, there's always an option for you. So you can go one of the 2 days this week and get out there.
Farmers Market in Edwards too. There's just farmers markets everywhere.
I know, live music everywhere.
Packed weekend.
Farmers markets everywhere. There's always something to do here in the Vail Valley.
Yep.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. And so we've got, here we go, the Salvation Army coming in to the studio this morning, which is always a great
Can't wait.
time. Yes. And then we've got a special sneak peek with the Betty Ford Alpine Garden and a new book that they just released in help of some great locals here in the Vail Valley. So we're super excited to be sitting down and talking with the author of the new book. And then we've got Sun and Ski Sports coming in. They've got a great selection of shoe wear.
Oh, it is awesome.
Also, they're doing a great deal right now for back to school because we're already there.
I can't, time flies.
I know. It's absolutely crazy that this is where we are right now, that we are getting back to school ready and we are just like, doing the thing.
So hold on, it's ready to kick off. We're midsummer already. So all these events, soak them in, take part, because it's going to go fast.
It is going to go fast. And then to finish it off, we've got Bodyworks Collective coming in. So while you're in that back to school stress, it's time to get your back massaged.
Little self-love. We'll have Amy in here talk about the stuff they do. It's an exciting morning.
It's going to be a super exciting morning, and we're so happy to have you here, Kevin.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to take a look at that local weather forecast, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you. All aboard!
Step on, take a look around, and take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us, the Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
We're cooking with gas now. What's up? All the lights are on the microphone this time.
Welcome to beautiful, sunny San Diego, known for its white sand beaches and amazing weather. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent
I don't
Minute.
like that.
This gorgeous two-story
Just a little
home is
bit
located
smaller.
in La Jolla's
There we go, thank
exclusive
you.
Loa Hermosa. The spacious grand entry boasts a dramatic winding staircase to the upper level and opens to a gorgeous
So I'll do this
water view
one,
living
and then
room.
if we get another
Enjoy
one in the
panoramic
south,
ocean and
you're gonna
sunset
do it.
views while relaxing to the sound of rolling waves from nearly every room of this incredible Mediterranean estate. I'm here with Mayumi, a massage therapist from To Go Spa. Tell us about the services you offer.
We go to your rental property and do the massage and nail services so you can enjoy your vacation time.
Book now at opulentvacations.com. Luxury accommodations just steps from Windy Sea Beach. This is Southern California lifestyle at its finest. We'll see you next time on the Opulent Minute. Contact us today, opulentvacations.com.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Good morning, Vail.
Friday again. I'm so excited for it to be Friday, finally. Some weeks they just feel a little bit longer, and with all of that smoke that we've seen kind of settling throughout the valley, I swear this week feels like it's just been dragging on. We are expecting mostly sunny skies throughout the course of today, that smoke has kind of dissipated a little bit as that jet stream is starting to now push things up and away from us, and hopefully that continues throughout the course of today. Those temperatures warming up quite a bit, 59 degrees around 8 a.m., 86 degrees is the high, a 30% chance of precipitation throughout the course of today. As we take a look ahead into this evening, it looks like those temperatures will be cooling down quite a bit. 49 degrees is the low for tonight, a 20% chance of precipitation as we make our way through this evening. That sun is setting just a little bit earlier today than it did yesterday, so we're slowly getting closer to those fall temperatures and those fall times. I'm so excited for it to snow. I want to go skiing so bad. As we zoom out and take a look at that I-70 corridor, temperatures down in Denver a little bit cooler today than what they've been seeing. 88 degrees in Denver, 82 in Vail, 86 in Avon, and then 89 in Eagle. So both out to the east and to the west of us, those temperatures are just slightly warmer than they are here in Avon. As we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, tomorrow we are expecting beautiful sunshine, a 30% chance of precipitation, so we may see those afternoon showers roll through. On Saturday, a 50% chance of moisture, a high of 86 degrees. And then on Sunday, we are expecting that 50% chance kind of to make its way and settle a little bit. Into next week, we are seeing those temperatures start to cool down quite a bit. By Wednesday, 81 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, and precipitation coming our way. Coming up next, we've got the Salvation Army joining us in the studio to give us some more information about what you should do today at noon, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings. All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm so lucky because I love the community and the life and the function of the Vail Valley, and the Salvation Army is a key staple to bringing our community together and doing so much for our community. And I'm so lucky because I get to join Terry on the couch this morning, which, Terry, I love when you come in here, only because I love what you guys do so much.
Thank you.
Empty bowls.
Yes.
It's here. Today's the day.
The 12th annual Empty Bowls. We will serve lunch to our community today at noon at the Battle Mountain High School. It's a fundraiser to help Sue Olin Brown and her team over there at the Salvation Army stock that food pantry, which has seen a lot of action in the last couple of years with the pandemic, and they've risen to every occasion, so we want to help them have all the resources they can for that pantry. So this event is a mixture of great food from all of the favorite restaurants around town, pottery bowls made by local artisans, and great silent auction. All of the Eagle County commissioners and emergency responders come out, and people that help Sue all the time to volunteer for the event. So it's a great way to see your neighbors and connect with this great community. We are lucky. It's a really good place to be right now, I think.
It's an amazing place to be. I'm like always in awe of everything that our community does to help one another, whether it's something like this or Roundup River Ranch has an event coming up, and Ski and Snowboard Club Vail just did their big bike swap to help local athletes, and there's always something so cool happening, and this one's so important, especially like you said, during this pandemic. People have needed that help.
Yes.
And you guys were so there immediately to help whoever was in need.
Yes, the Salvation Army Food Pantry serves about 400 families a month. Every family, every 2 weeks, can have a box of staples to get by, and they can come back and get another one. And you know, it's a lot. Think about 400 families is a lot, and what that takes to make it happen. They did the same thing for families in quarantine. Anyone who couldn't go out of the house was able to access a box of food so that they could properly quarantine. They help stranded travelers. They help get access to prescriptions and emergency needs of all kinds. So this group is doing great work, and we're just here to help them.
Yeah, doing the work that, I mean, someone needed to do in the Valley, and how lucky are we that we have someone that is able to, help the stranded travelers. That's a big one right now, especially because I-70 has been closed in Glenwood Canyon for weeks now.
Yes, I'm told they took emergency dinner to the folks that couldn't get out of the canyon the other night when that sudden slide happened. So you can't predict when these things happen, but it's great to know that there's an entity in town that can step up quickly and mobilize and get the help to the right people.
Yeah, I mean, it's so important. And so what Empty Bowls is, people can come to the door.
Yeah.
They buy their ticket at the door, basically, and instead of buying a ticket, you're buying a bowl.
Yes, yes, you're right.
And then you get to fill it.
Yes, tickets are $25. You're right, they're available at the door. You'll get to browse the pottery table, choose your own beautiful bowl, and go through the soup line and choose from 10 soups that are all amazing. And get yourself some bread to go with that and a little sweet. There's some yummy sweets on the table this year. And then go find a place to sit and meet a new neighbor and connect with an old neighbor, and that's what it's all about.
I mean, that's what's so cool is you go to restaurants nowadays and they always have those community tables. This entire event is like a giant community table, but it's with people that maybe you don't know already, but if you don't, you're going to by the end of it, and chances are you and that person have mutual friends that you just like wouldn't even put together.
It's the truth. It's a great connecting event. We call it a friend raiser.
Yeah, I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there because I think that it's important. And also, one, I love a good pottery bowl.
Yes.
And two, I love delicious soup. And you guys have a large lineup, 10 different soups.
We do, yes. We have Splendido at the Chateau is making us a wonderful cauliflower soup. Sweet Basil is coming out with tomato bisque. Alpine and Antlers has a green chili hominy that sounds amazing. We have Grand Avenue Grill also with soup. The Sun and Hope Hotel is bringing their Bully Ranch tomato soup.
Yum.
Pickled Pantry, one of my favorites, has a black bean tequila, which I can't wait to try. The Westin is giving us 2 soups, some gazpacho, and we also have Harvest over at the Sun and Out Club in Edwards is coming through with soup. So it's a really great lineup. All the best places in town, and
I'd say
fresh bread, and we have dessert coming from the Four Seasons and Cornerstone Chocolates and Confections. So she's new for us this year also.
I mean, so many great places, and it's so cool. I mean, we've been talking about the community this whole time, but it's so cool that the restaurants right now have been just absolutely getting
rushed. They're working so hard, and they need a rest, and in this case they just stepped up more for us. So thank you. I really do understand how hard they're working, and that this was a big ask, and they came through, and I'm so grateful. It also shows you how our community just thinks big, and it's not about me or you, it's about us, and that was the response this year to supporting this event.
Which is so amazing, and so a special thank you to all the restaurants participating. Thank you for doing this, thank you for stepping up, and thank you for pushing through the exhaustion. If you are going to any of these restaurants, just know that they're busy right now, because not only are they serving you, but they're serving our entire community right now too.
Yes.
Which is, I mean, it's crazy the amount of work that is going into just operations right now for a restaurant. So I love this.
Yeah, it feels good.
It feels so good. And some of the local pottery bowls that you guys are going to have to choose from, some of them came from the high school, some of them came from the college, some of them came from local artists.
Yes. Willow Murphy every year mobilizes a group of artists over at CMC, and they do work for us throughout the year and save it and fire it when it's time. And so once again, she and her crew of potters have come through big time. Another local person, KK Pottery, Chris Cortuum, has some beautiful work. I picked his stuff up the other day, and it's just stunning. Marjorie Westerman, she lives in Leadville, and she comes down every year to bring us bowls. And then, yes, the Battle Mountain High School students gave us a whole bunch this year, and Max over there, the art teacher, is going to run a class next year to help us generate more bowls, because pottery is something her students have interest in.
Wow.
So.
I love that so much. And so you're taking a piece of like someone's heart home as you take this bowl, only because it's such a labor of love to create these beautiful bowls. And so, I mean, it's so worth it. A ticket or a bowl instead of a ticket, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so today, starting at 12 p.m., what's the latest people can show up?
1:30. We serve until 1:30.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So you've got an hour and a half window throughout the course of today to make your way to Battle Mountain and participate in the empty bowls.
Yes. We're going to try to sit as many tables outside as we can so we can be in the fresh air. So I think you can feel really comfortable coming today. We'd love to see you.
Yes, yeah, and now that smoke has cleared up a little bit, it's beautiful. You should be outside anyway.
Yes.
Terry, thank you so much for coming in this morning and coming to give us all of this great information. I'm so excited. I've been counting down all week to get here.
Thanks, Maddie. Me too. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Make sure that you check out Battle Mountain High School today at 12:30 to get your empty bowl and then fill it with some great soup throughout the valley. I mean, these are some of the best restaurants right now. So make sure that you go, you check it out, you support our community, and you help make sure that the Salvation Army can do what they do best in taking care of everyone else in our community by just buying an empty bowl. It's incredible. Coming up next, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me at my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
Welcome to beautiful, sunny San Diego, known for its white sand beaches and amazing weather. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute. This gorgeous two-story home is located in La Jolla's exclusive Loa Hermosa. The spacious grand entry boasts a dramatic winding staircase to the upper level and opens to a gorgeous water view living room. Enjoy panoramic ocean and sunset views while relaxing to the sound of rolling waves from nearly every room of this incredible Mediterranean estate. I'm here with Mayumi, a massage therapist from To Go Spa. Tell us about the services you offer.
We go to your rental property and do the massage and nail services so you can enjoy your vacation time.
Book now at opulentvacations.com. Luxury accommodations just steps from Windansea Beach. This is Southern California lifestyle at its finest. We'll see you next time on the Opulent Minute. Contact us today, opulentvacations.com.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Good morning, Vail.
Most absolutely incredible places in the Vail Valley is the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens, and how lucky are we that we've got a local author that just wrote an incredible book on the roof of the Rocky Mountains. So I have Sarah here, and then the director of the beautiful Betty Ford Alpine Gardens, Nicola, is here as well. Thank you guys so much for meeting me here this morning.
No, you're welcome. Glad to be here.
I mean, you have an amazing job. You get to direct the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens, and they're beautiful. You do an amazing job.
Thank you. I think the visitors have appreciated it this year. I think it's been busier than ever, so it's...
I mean, with the Ford Amphitheater kind of back in action, people are walking right past it, and so it's so worth the little detour to go up and around to see all of the incredible flowers.
It is, and the gardens looks great right now. We've done a lot of renovation work in there, and so there's a lot of new beds, and we have an exhibit in the Education Center also, Plants Are an Answer, which is about Project Drawdown and ways that plants can help to draw down on carbon dioxide and, reverse climate change.
Which there's actually those big, as you're walking on the path, there's the big boards about them, and I read the one about coffee, and how interesting is that? I was like, I did not know that coffee was such a big carbon footprint in itself until I read through that board.
Right.
Yeah, so educational, so cool. And so you guys have made an entire book about the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens, and you are the fabulous author of it. What inspired you to create this book?
Well, I think the inspiration actually came from a board member of the gardens who saw the need for the gardens to have a larger presence in the world, to talk about the interesting and very good and important work that it is doing in the conservation arenas, as well as just showing how beautiful it is. But most botanic gardens have books, but this one is different because it's a coffee table book. It's full of luscious, beautiful photographs. I think there's something like 285 photographs in there, and I should give a shout out to local photographers, Todd Pierce, who did all of the garden photography, as well as Dominique Taylor, who did the photographs of people in the gardens in there. They did a great job. The book took 2 years to produce, and it was really a labor of love of the garden staff and, of course, the book team. What differentiates it from other garden books is really this sort of discussion of, yes, it's a beautiful garden, but it's also doing such important work in the conservation fields for the alpine environment specifically. So, because the alpine environment is really in great peril, and as the climate warms, where do those precious alpine plants go? I mean, there's no higher place that they can go.
Yeah.
So.
Which, I mean, it's impressive that these plants live at this elevation anyway and are thriving, and so the fact that we're kind of on our way to losing them is devastating.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there are plenty of people across the world, you know, and especially in Europe, who are doing a lot of work on alpine environments. But I would say that in the United States and in North America, Betty Ford Alpine Gardens is really leading that charge. And Nicola can talk a little bit about the work that the Gardens is doing. But I would say, you know, right now, our final chapter in the book is really about the conservation work, and we have beautiful pictures of the Gardens teams out in the field collecting seeds. This is the time that they do it. They go out in various areas around Colorado and are out for days collecting seeds. They bring them back, they clean them, they sort them, they send them to a seed bank in Fort Collins, and that's sort of the legacy that the Gardens is creating, is the protection of these precious plants.
I mean, I'm a kid that grew up here. I went to Minturn Middle School when that still existed, and I didn't even know all of this great information about the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens. Whew, tongue twister when you say it quickly. But it's so cool to learn all of this and know that this is something that's taking place right here in our valley and in our community, because it is so important, especially with, I mean, we've had the hottest year on record for a while. It's just like hottest July, hottest July, hottest July, and this was the first year that it was the hottest June.
Yeah, so, you know, those alpine plants are going to be out-competed, you know, as the temperature warms, and so we have written a strategy to help protect the alpine environment, and one of the easiest things to do is to collect seed of these plants so that no matter what happens, we have these the germplasm from these seeds protected in seed banks. So that's a large part of what we're busy doing right now.
Which, I mean, I didn't even realize you could do that, which I should have put it together, but I didn't know that that was something that you could do. I knew you could go and like buy, oh, I like love sunflowers, and you can buy your sunflower seeds and they're ready to plant and ready to go. But I didn't realize that you could collect the seeds right there in the Alpine Gardens to save them.
Well, where we're collecting seed is actually out in the alpine environment. We're also working to learn how to grow these seeds, because there's no good just collecting seed if we don't know how to grow the plants from the seed at a later date. So that's where the gardens themselves come in, where we take these seeds that we've collected in the mountains and we grow specimens of those plants in the gardens themselves. We educate people about them, we photograph them, we learn how to grow them from the seed. And that's also valuable information that we can use later on. If a plant is endangered in the wild, we can go back to the seed bank, take the seed out, we know how to grow it, and then we could do reintroduction programs. But the first thing is to get the seed collected. And we are focusing on the alpine, but there really is a global effort through botanic gardens throughout the world to collect the germplasm of the seeds in their area. It just makes sense for us to take the lead on alpine areas.
I mean, 100%, and especially to help the bees too. This is all in a great labor of love as that circle of life continues. You guys save the plants, and by saving these plants, we're saving the bees, which is so important right now as well.
And many other insects we probably are not even thinking about right now. I mean, that's part of that web of life, that you remove one piece and you don't know whether that's the crucial piece where all the cards fall down afterwards. So not just bees, you know, but bees and flies and butterflies and, you know, all of those pollinators. So.
Yeah, it's so important right now to save the pollinators on any capacity, to the teeny tiny little ants, all the way up to the big pine trees. It's so important. Thank you guys so much for coming in. So if people want to get a copy of the book, where can they go?
The schoolhouse gift shop in the gardens themselves will be open through Labor Day weekend. We also sell it at the Education Center, so if people are visiting the garden, they can get copies at either location. And then year-round at Alpine Treasures, which is our gift shop right off the International Bridge in Vail. Or online, actually, through our website. So.
And we're going to be at the Farmers Market on Sunday at Alpine Treasures in the village with a big table outside the shop selling books.
And signing books.
I was just going to say, so if people want to come and they want to meet you and they kind of want to pick more of your brain, because I know I would love to, but we're out of time, they can come and do that and get your signature in the book.
Yes.
Yeah. So at the farmers market, outside Alpine Treasures during the farmers market on Sundays.
Okay, thank you guys so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
What you guys do is so important. You ladies are absolutely wonderful. Make sure that if you have not checked out the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens yet, that you go over there and you see them this summer because of that precipitation that we got to see early on. We have so many thriving plants right now, and I'm not kidding. When you just walk by it, it's beautiful, but also it's a really good lesson to learn for this climate change. Coming up next, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale. And in many of the houses, we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Good morning, Vail.
Good morning. The Vail Valley is full of not just outdoor adventurous, but outdoor enthusiasts. And in order to get out and perform at your peak and enjoy what nature has to offer, you got to have the right shoe. And so joining me here today from Sun & Ski is Fred. Hey. And Fred, you're the shoe guy.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about shoes. Now, your store has everything. It's got bikes, weight equipment, skis, snowboards, ski rental, apparel for just about every application, but none of that really matters if you don't have the right shoe.
That's correct. Everything starts from the base up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so let's put the rubber to the road here, to say,
like that. Yeah.
And talk about what you brought in.
All right, yeah, so fall's coming up, and finally the heat's dying down, so you could get out, actually go hike. So I brought a few pairs of hiking boots, popular ones, all different kinds, from the hard, hunter or hiker, backpacker, right in the middle, Solomon QST, down to the super light Merrell Gore-Tex Speed.
Nice.
Yeah.
And something also I didn't think about was you got to have the right sock too.
Oh yeah.
And you brought some, I see, smart wool there, fits.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So, I mean, just like with skiing or with hiking, the sock is going to make the fit. You know, you're out there, you're working hard, doing a hard climb, your feet are getting sweaty. You need the right sock to make sure, one, your feet stays dry, because if they do, you know, get pretty moist, that's where blisters come from. And also dry will, you know, keep the temperature temperate, so you're not getting too hot either.
That's perfect. You want to enjoy it, and you want to have the memory, not a painful one, after you're done.
Of course.
Let's get into a little bit about shoe technology, because a lot has gone into how these things are made up.
Yep. So, I mean, the one major thing is, you know, from the beginning of people putting shoes on their feet and walking on rocks, would just be protection. So, you know, the most heavy duty that I have here that I brought is going to be the Salomon QST.
Okay.
They use this 40 chassis underneath, which is super thick, but also incredibly light, with a contra-grip sole to give you a really strong grip. And then Gore-Tex waterproofing to keep it breathable, but obviously waterproof.
Contra-grip sole, what is that?
So that's Salomon's patented rubber compound, I guess we'll use it. Every boot's gonna have a different sort of density to it also. So these here, it's a very grippy rubber. It's gonna grab wet rocks great, mud even better. And then when you get out to that dry desert or, you know, high alpine climate, it's still gonna grab the rocks really, really well.
And then built into it is the Gore-Tex technology to kind of help keep your feet dry in different applications. So, other than the hiking aspect of what kind of shoes you carry, because I've been in there and seen the wall of shoes, and it is very intimidating.
Yep, you can see it from space.
My co-host today, Maddie, there is no such thing as too many pairs of shoes. So what other kinds of applications do you have? What other kinds of shoes that you have to fit the outdoor adventurous that are here in the Vail Valley?
So one step down from hiking, we'll have your trail runners. So those people who like to get out, run through the woods, enjoy the scenery, get some hard exercise. We'll also have regular running shoes, road running shoes, gym exercise shoes. And then now for the back to school folks, we have Vans, Hey Dudes, which is a super light, like house, just casual shoe, you know, kind of right in the middle. Incredibly popular right now.
Nice. And the Vans are one of my favorites. Those kind of go anywhere and everywhere.
Oh, yes, sir.
Enjoy that. A lot of different looks, a lot of different feels. So with a shoe like this, what do you do when you come in? Because someone that maybe comes in, they want to find that right shoe. Let's go through the fitting process to make sure you get the right fit. Once you find the right shoe, let's talk about fitting.
Well, so, you know, we'll go up, kind of talk, find out what kind of hiking you're doing, you know, or where you're running, what you're planning to do, what adventure you're looking for coming into the store. Then we just talk about, you know, it's our feet. We all know our own feet. So it's a conversation of, do we want a wider shoe, a more narrow shoe, a higher arch, a lower arch, flatter foot? I mean, any sort of information we can get out of you, are you a fast walker, slow walker, things like that. And then we all just kind of use our expertise in the store and figure out what gear is going to be the best for you.
And how about those folks that are just brand loyal? They just do Nike or Asics.
Yep.
How do you get them, if you see they need to go into a different kind of shoe or a different brand, how do you work that?
So kind of certain brands will fit very similar. So if we don't have that brand or just kind of not that model or not that size, just gonna kind of go through the data banks and figure it out and have them try it on. You know, I'm not gonna sit there and force a shoe on their foot, but you know, we're just trying stuff out, see if something else works.
Nice. So people coming in, what is the worst condition you've seen a shoe in when it comes in?
Duct taped together, just held through from about 15 years ago. You want to talk about brand loyalty, I'd say their shoe loyalty too. You know, just toes popping out everywhere, and they just walk up to me, point at their feet and say, I need something new.
It's time to get some new shoes. That's awesome. So again, we talk about shoe technology because you just said shoes sometimes 15 years long.
Yep.
And the way they're making these now, I mean, when I was a kid, my mom always bought shoes that were like 3 sizes too big, telling me, oh, you'll grow into them. Probably not the best thing for your feet. But shoes are lasting a lot longer. So with applications, with change, with wear, how can people look at their footwear now and say, you know, it may be time for a change, because even though the shoe may not show it, it's probably maybe time for a change based on the different wear and things. So what does someone look for?
I'd say your body's going to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know, if your shoes are not supporting you the right way, some of your lower back's hurting, you're just getting different aches and pains that, you know, isn't exactly due to what you do or, you know, how you live. Maybe your arches or your feet are just starting to hurt.
Right.
Maybe it's time to give yourself a new set of footwear, you know.
Perfect. I'll let Maddie know that, because she was complaining about her knees earlier, and I think she's been hiking in Vans.
Yeah, that'll do
So
it.
I might have to bring her in, and we'll see what we can outfit her with.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Now let's go back to the socks.
Okay.
I've got a drawer full of socks, and there's different thicknesses, different weights. How do you then choose what thickness, what weight, how high do the socks go?
Right. A lot of it I found, you know, just working with people, figuring out myself, it kind of comes to personal preference.
Right.
Because I've had very sincere backpackers who, you know, you would think they want a lot of cushion, but they actually prefer just a lightweight sock to fit very snugly into the boot.
Got it.
While some people, you have a few bunions or you want some extra cushion, you get something a little bit thicker. Usually I'll recommend starting out with mid-weight, just you know, padding in the heel and the toe with some good arch support like the Fits would have. Right. And then just thin up so there's not too much rubbing. And then in terms of height of sock, one, make sure it comes out of your shoe, especially when you're hiking.
Right.
Because you want protection. And then after that, it's whatever you're comfortable with.
Awesome. Well, I tell you, today has been enriching. I've learned more about shoes and socks, and hopefully everybody out there did as well. So go to Sun and Ski, see Fred, get hooked up on some shoes and socks, and make sure that outdoor adventure is enjoyable and memorable.
Yes,
Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Good morning, Vail.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me at my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Each week on Finding the Good Life, we'll chat with experts that will empower you to lead a healthier life. You'll hear from people with life-changing stories that will inspire you, and we'll take a closer look at what's happening in health and wellness now, so we can make better choices for ourselves and for our families. Journey with me to Finding the Good Life.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
All aboard!
Step on, take a look around, and take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us, the Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Good morning, Vail.
Good morning. Welcome back to the studios. We were talking earlier about how things are starting to ramp up. School's getting back in session. A lot of things happen, maybe a little more stressful for some people. but I have the perfect person sitting next to me. I have Amy from Bodyworks Collective that is going to talk a little bit about self-care, self-love, and tell us what you do.
So I own a business called Bodyworks Collective, and I provide ashiatsu massage, different types of bodyworks massage, and I teach yoga.
Say that again?
Ashiatsu.
Ashiatsu, you got to be careful with that. So what is that?
So ashiatsu is a modality where I work with my feet instead of my hands to provide bodywork.
Huh. So let's run through how this whole thing plays out. Because I've been through a typical massage where you lay down, you get the hands on, get different movements into your body depending on where your stiffness or sore.
Mm-hmm.
How does this work?
So all of that actually still works the same way. So ashiatsu is considered a deep compressive massage.
Mm-hmm.
So basically when I'm working on someone, having a much larger tool, which is my foot to work with, provides a broader base, so it actually does not hurt as much when I'm working deeply.
Okay.
And I'm able to provide like 3 times the amount of pressure I would be with a deep tissue massage with my hands.
So I was on your website
Mhm.
and I saw a photo of the room and there's these bars going across the
Yes.
ceiling. And I
Mhm.
thought, is this a trapeze or what's happening in this studio? So that is how you work on distributing your weight, correct?
That absolutely, I use the bars, and
Okay.
sometimes I do feel a little bit like a circus contortionist with the way I use them.
Right.
I use them for pressure adjustment, for stability, so
Uh-huh.
I'm able to obviously provide the best care that I can to the person on the table.
So with your feet
Mm-hmm.
and the client, how is the pressure? I'm sure that's different with the toes versus the hands.
Well, it is, and it's interesting because I actually use my whole foot. So I use like the ball of my foot, I
Right.
use the arch of my foot depending on where I'm working on your body, and I use the heel of my foot. The heel usually provides, because I can flex into it, the most pressure.
Uh-huh.
So it just really depends on what body part you're working on and kind of where that best fits and how it works.
And probably the type of massage that client's looking for. Do you want
Absolutely.
more deep tissue?
Mhm.
I would say probably the heel is used quite more.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, I think that it's like everything else, the more you do it, the more you kind of figure out little ways that you can do things that are more beneficial.
Right. So with the technique, how about the different products to use? Say the massage oils and things of
Mhm.
that nature. Does that change or is there anything unique in that?
So I actually, when I'm doing the ashiatsu, I do use something specifically for that.
Okay.
It's an all-natural blend of oils, and we call it ashi butter, and it provides enough glide that I can keep moving and keep people relaxed, but it also provides enough resistance that I'm able to get in there and do deeper work when I need to. And with other modalities, I have just a cream that I use that's also natural.
And how long is a typical session?
So I offer them starting at an hour. I will say that I think an ashiatsu session is best benefited at least an hour and a half. And they do have some people come in for 2 hours, which is kind of brilliant because then we can just kind of address everything going on.
And other than the ashiatsu massage, you do different massage as well.
I do. So I provide myofascial release. So then we're dealing with your fascia, and that's kind of where I'm going to go in and hold something for about 30 to 90 seconds and allow basically I can feel the change in my fingers. And I could do myofascial and ashiatsu too. Neuromuscular therapy is going to combine trigger points. So if I touch a spot on you and you're like, ow, that's tender, that's really sore, that's going to be a trigger point.
Okay.
So we're going to apply a fair amount of pressure to that, work into it really slowly, and see if we can get that trigger point to deactivate so you're not in pain.
Got it.
And also do cupping. So that's going to draw blood to the surface, get your chi moving. So yeah, I do all those things too.
Well, nice. So cupping, I'm really, really curious about that. What are the size of the cups? Are there different sizes for different applications?
There are. So because cups can be used all over the body, there are different sizes that I use. So like a lower back, I'm going to use a larger cup, cover a broader surface area. Up on your neck, I'm going to use a smaller cup just because we're dealing with a much smaller area like up in your trapezius muscles. So cupping is really great. It really helps draw all that blood to the surface, draw that toxin to the surface so you can hopefully eliminate it. And it really can provide a real sense. A lot of people like the way the cups feel too.
Right.
You know, that they're really doing some good.
Neat.
Yeah.
And it's National Prosecco Day, so after you're done.
I can't advise that.
No, we're not going to go there.
No,
Sorry.
definitely can't advise that.
All right. Now, you just don't do massage. You do a little bit of yoga.
I do a lot of yoga.
Yeah.
So I have been a practitioner for over 20 years. And I got certified to teach, oh my gosh, I didn't even know how many years ago. So I practice Ashtanga Vinyasa, which is a pretty physically rigorous yoga. It's not necessarily accessible to a beginner, would be a good way to
You're not
put it.
just sitting around. There's a little movement involved.
Yes, there is a little bit of movement involved. And then I also am certified to teach yin yoga, which is a stillness-based practice. So it's mentally and physically challenging because you stay in an asana from anywhere to 2 to 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so it really requires you to tune in and almost like meditate into the asana that you're in.
Oh.
And the benefits are great because it targets connective tissue, which is more long-lasting. So,
Nice.
And we need that more and more as we get older.
We need it more and more as we get older and life stresses and things like that come
absolutely.
about. So what's your website if people want to go on and check it out?
So I am at bodyworkscollective.com. You can look on there and see what services might work best for you. You're also able to book online from there, or you can give me a call.
Well, Amy, you're the best. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you
I'm
for
already
having me.
more relaxed just being next to you. So we will definitely come in and go through some of the different massage techniques. And thank you again for coming in.
You're welcome.
And good morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Good morning, Vail.
What a quick Friday.
It flew by.
I blinked and we were at 8 o'clock already.
And I'm looking so forward to friend raising today.
I am too.
I've never heard that term. I am going to start using that
Yeah, me
all the time.
Friend raising. You go to a fundraiser and you raise friends too.
Unbelievable.
I love it.
Had Amy here, talked about some massage, talked about some shoes over at Sun. Learned more about shoes than I ever knew.
I know, me too. Okay, I just have to say, I don't hike in my Vans, Kevin. I fell skiing.
She does.
I do that too, though. Yeah, it's probably not the best, but you know, sometimes I just jaunt up the hill with B quickly, and I'm like, oh well, here I am in my Converse or my Vans.
It still is fun.
It's fun, and there's so many great things taking place around the valley, so get out there this weekend, enjoy the sunshine, just be cautious of those afternoon showers that we are expecting to see kind of roll in around that 3, 4
Dress
p.m. mark.
appropriately, make sure you got an umbrella just in case,
Just in
because then
case.
it won't rain.
Yeah, there you go.
So.
If you bring your umbrella and your rain jacket, then the rain does not come.
Won't rain. I'm not going to wash my car.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. Well, happy Friday, everyone. It's National Prosecco Day. Get out there, celebrate something, celebrate Friday, celebrate the sunshine. It was great having you on the couch with us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Elizabeth Hart.
And I am Mitch English. This is Daily Flash. We got an hour packed full of news, entertainment, and everything.